Bonjour à tous, je m'appelle Isha, je suis professeur de français. Hello everyone, myself Isha, I'm a French professor. Welcome to my channel Language Pair, one platform for your immigration and French needs. Today we are starting a playlist for complete beginners where we will be learning French in easy and fun way. So before we start with our video, make sure that you subscribe our channel and appreciate my efforts. Welcome to part 2. So today we will be learning more sounds. C'est parti! Let's start. Now, let's talk about the next important sound we have, which is the sound of OU, combination of two vowels, which is O and U. Now, this sound gives the sound of oo, 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 rouge, 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 because this is oo. And always remember that you read the word till the last vowel in French. So, rouge, jour, 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 ou, ou, ou. Bouche, ch, ch, sh, bouche, bouche, bouche. Now, ou again, ou, ou, ou. So French words have certain marks like this, or like, sometimes there is a hat, sometimes it's like this. So what are these? These are like accents, okay? So what do accents do? They generally just change the sound of the word. We will be learning in the next lesson what accents are and how do they change the sound of the word, okay? Now, for now, you have to understand in the way of context. For example, if you want to say, okay, where do you live? So, où habitez-vous? For example, just an example to understand that where do you live? Now, would you prefer coffee or tea? So then you have to understand in the context that whether we are talking about or, whether we are talking about où, or whether we are talking about where. Où. If you're talking about where, that it will have an accent, okay? But if you're not talking about where, we are talking about or, then it will be just written like this, ou, ou, okay? Now, the next sound is the sound oui, oui, oui. Oui. Now, let's see some examples. Oui, oui, nuit, 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 lui, lui, lui. So the sound is very easy. This is oui, oui, nuit, and lui. Now, whenever you see that there is ON and OM, whenever there is ON and OM, so this gives a sound of on. Okay? On, on, on. Par exemple, bon, bon, bon. Monde, monde, monde. Bonbon, bonbon, bonbon. Ronde, ronde, ronde. Bonjour, bonjour, bonjour. Ombre, R-I-R-R-R-R-R. Ombre, ombre, ombre. Plomb, plomb, plomb. Bonne, bonne, bonne. So whenever you see that there is O-N and O-M, the sound is on. Bon, monde, bonbon, ronde, bonjour, ombre, plomb, bonne. So this is a sound which doesn't exist in our English language. I hope the first 7 sounds are absolutely clear to all of you. Let's proceed ahead. Okay. Now, if I talk about this sound, which is the sound of OI, the combination of the two vowels O and I, it gives the sound of UA. It gives the sound of UA. 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 I'm writing it in Hindi also. UA. For example, tua. 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 Ua, EAU is O, right? And whenever there is an S which is surrounded by two vowels, I and E, any vowel it can be, just an example. So it gives the sound of Z. So whenever S surrounds where there is a single S surrounded by two vowels, then it becomes the sound of Z. Oiseau, oiseau, oiseau. Bonsoir, bonsoir, bonsoir. Voir, voir, voir. Joie, joie, joie. Boîte, boîte, boîte. Droite, droite, droite. Saison, saison, saison. Now, why saison? Because two vowels surrounded by single S, it always gives the sound of Z. Saison. Now, next word, if I give an example, is poisson. 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 Now, whenever there is double S and is surrounded by two vowels, then it becomes S. These are the rules which I have already explained in my lessons before. So, like poisson, poisson. So, OI is oua, toi, oiseau, bonsoir, voir, joie, boîte, droite, saison, poisson. Now, the next sound, if I talk about, is sound of ion. Ion. This is a sound which is ion. 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 So here, let me just change the numbering. So this is the ninth sound. So it's like ion, ion, ion. Par exemple, salutation. So whenever there is Tion, you read it like Sion. You read it like Sion. So it's like salutation. Salutation. Motivation. 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 Station. 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 Mobilisation. Because I and A surrounded by two S surrounded by two vowels, so it gives the sound of Z. So mobilisation. Mobilisation. Education. Wherever there is CA, okay, you read it like K, okay, K. So education. Education. So it's like ion, salutation, motivation, station. Okay, now let's continue further for the next sound. Now, if I talk about the sound, it's like E. It's E. E. So see, there is a rule in French that whenever, there is double L, okay, whenever there is double L, when it is surrounded with I and E specifically, then the double L doesn't gives any sound. So there is no sound of double L when surrounded with vowels I and E in French specifically. Yes, we have certain exceptions, but mostly the rule is applicable. Let me explain you a few examples. Now, for example, if I say this is like fee, 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 famille, 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 billet, billet. Now, why BA? Because whenever there is ET in French, you read it like A. So that's why it's like BA. It's AY. BA. BA. In file, EU is again, right? And this sound is E. So like file, file, in file. So now whenever there is I and E and there is double L, so then the double L has no sound. You read it like E. Fi, famille, pied, une feuille, une feuille. Now, next is ien. So the next sound, if I talk about, is ien. Ien. Let me write it again neatly. Maybe this is not at all clear. So I'll just write it down. Okay, it's like ien, 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 ien. Italien, italien, italien. CH, chien, chien, chien. Canadien, Canadien, Canadien. So it's Italien, chien, Canadien. I-N-A, dien, Andien, Andien. So whenever there is I-E-N, you read it like ien. It's Italien, chien, Canadien, Andien. Now, G-N-E. G-N-E is basically a sound of n, like adha n and y. Exactly if I talk about. So it's like n, n, n. So it's montagne, montagne, montagne. Ligne, ligne, ligne. O-I-U-A, oignon, oignon, oignon. So OI, you have already done the sound. This is the sound of OA. And then you have GN. So oignon, oignon. Now, the next and the last sound which we are doing in today's lesson is AI. That's again A. A. Fre, 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 fre. Len, len, len. Ballet, ballet, ballet. J'ai, j'ai, j'ai. Faire, faire, faire. So now whenever there is AI, so you read like frais, frais, laine, balai, chez, frère. Now, I am sure that all these sounds are clear to everyone, whatever we have discussed. As I mentioned, all the sounds in Hindi as well. So if you have any doubts, you can drop a message below. I can connect personally and explain you if you have any doubts. I hope you like my lesson. So make sure that you subscribe it and like it and follow for more lessons. Merci.